looking wild. Don't just guess, solve it with style. Use the rule, it's your math best friend. BODMAS from start to the end. P is for brackets, do them first. Open them up,
Alright, thank you so much for taking the time today to speak with me. I am currently conducting an evaluation of the mathematics curriculum used in schools. As part of this, I am hoping to learn from an experienced teacher like yourself about how the curriculum is working in practice currently. Now, before we dive into the specific of this curriculum, I'd love to get to know you a bit more, a bit about your background and your teaching experience.
Thank you, Ms. Odo, for having me here today. My name is Sherman Williams. I'm attached at the Mackenzie Primary School. I did my training at the CPC College here in Linden, primary training. I've been teaching for the past 33 years.
Well, Stephen, I must say. Now, let's get right into the question and answer segment. Now, the first question I have for you pertaining to this curriculum, mathematics in specific, or true level, is what does the curriculum value? What are your views?
All right, so the curriculum values attitude, beliefs, and qualities. We don't just want the children to develop or to learn content only. We want them to be curious, which allows the children to explore and discover. We want them to be creative and imaginative. When I say that, it encourages them to think creatively and also let them solve problems on their own.
Thank you very much. Second question. What are the aims, both explicit and implicit, of this curriculum? Or in other words, what are some main goals or objectives of this curriculum?
All right, so the aims are both explicit and implicit. Explicit is where the curriculum says what it will do, like teaching skills and active learning. Implicit skills or implicit aims is where or what the curriculum will develop quietly, like attitudes, values, and character.
So what I gather, it molds or builds our young generation.
Yes.
Okay, great. So moving on, question 3. What kind of knowledge does this curriculum support? I will repeat. What kind of knowledge does this curriculum support?
All right, Ms. Olga, thank you very much for asking that question. They have different types of knowledge. We have experimental, we have social, and also we have creative knowledge. For the experimental knowledge is where the pupils will learn through experience. When I say learning through experience, for example, let's say planting a seed, experience through telling a story, maybe something had happened or maybe something they have seen, so they can tell that through the experience. Then we have social knowledge. That is where the pupils will learn through, they can learn from each other. Like, let's say they have a presentation to do, or they have group work, right? So they will be learning from each other when that happens. Another one, like I mentioned before, creative, where the pupils will have to use the imagination. You want them to draw something, you're not just going to say, okay, you're going to draw this or whatever it is. Allow them to use the imagination and let them draw.
Great. I really love those responses mentioned. Now let's move on. Question 4. Who are the beneficiaries of this curriculum?
That's a very good question. Beneficiaries. We have, I think the curriculum caters for pupils, it caters for the community at large, it caters for teachers, parents, especially the school. To my knowledge, the curriculum doesn't exclude anybody unless that child that is excluded or is not included, I mean, that child lacks support. When I say lacks support, let me give you an example. Let's look at the children for special education before they say that they must be included in schools. We find that some pupils would have been excluded, that would have been years ago. When I say some pupils, we're talking about the children with the special needs. Years ago, the curriculum did not cater for those children. But now, as we look at it, it caters for everyone. Like I said, no one is excluded, so it caters for everyone.
So I think you answered the question, is anyone excluded? So based on that answer, we know that persons or pupils with special needs were excluded previously, but not anymore.
Alright.
What developmental, social, or political considerations are apparent in this curriculum?
Alright. So the curriculum is designed around how children grow and learn. Now, let's look at the political consideration. You will find that it shows how the country develops. Also, remind ourselves about government policies and standards.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So bonus question. It's a burning question that I have. What is it like working with the old curriculum opposed to this new curriculum? And what are the benefits of this new curriculum?
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, the teachers have to try as much to see or to get the resources that the children could work with, but yeah. But for the new curriculum now, they're looking at the differentiated instructions. They're looking at the math cycle, and the children there's less chalk and talk. The children are given the opportunity to apply themselves in doing the mathematics.
So my burning question to you is, what has it been like working with the old curriculum opposed to this new curriculum? Mathematics curriculum, mind you. And what are the benefits of implementing this mathematics curriculum guide?
Alright. Mathematics. We all know that that is a subject in which most children dislike. And let's look at the old curriculum, new curriculum. Now for the old curriculum, let's say from the old curriculum, it's more teacher-centered. When we're planning, years ago we had scheme of work. Yes, we had a curriculum where we had to pick out the topics and plan, right? Our scheme. Back then also, it was more like a chalk and talk. Pupils did not have that opportunity to express themselves more, solve problems on their own. And like I said, it was more teacher-centered. The new curriculum now, you find that they're asking for differentiated instructions. They're asking for math cycle. When I say the math cycle, they're looking for tables, notation, numeration. They want to see mechanics also. They want to see problem solving. Well, we know that is being done, I think, either from grade 3 up or from grade 4 up. The lower, I think grade 1 or 2, they have the mechanics and so on. We have more resources. The pupils are there to apply themselves. They're being able to apply themselves, solving the problem. They have resources to help them work that out. Years ago, we had a problem with resources in helping the kids in mathematics. So I think now that we have this new curriculum, it's more pupil-centered or student-centered than teacher-centered.
And are you seeing results of that?
Yes. Yes, we're seeing results.
Okay, thank you so much. Now that concludes my question. I must say I learned a lot from you, and I really appreciate your thoughtful insights and the time you have shared with me from your experience to structurally answering the questions. Your feedback was very, very valuable in understanding how the curriculum is working and how it might or can be improved. So, yes, that has brought me to the end of my questions and my evaluation of the mathematics curriculum guide. Now, I am your host, Miss Rennie Holder. Thank you for watching.
Yo, when you see a math sum and it's looking wild, don't just guess, solve it with style.